Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Laura, and today I have for you a closet declutter, clean out, getting all of my clothes and like other items organized. I think I'm mostly going to do like clothes and, socks and undergarments and that kind of thing. I have a small nightstand that has some of my clothes in it. As you can see behind me, it's not even closing correctly. That's my dresser, and then I also have my closet. And so I'm gonna take you guys with me to go through all of my drawers and my closet. Probably gonna do shoes too. Oh, and I also, as I'm looking in my closet right now, I have another like little bin of clothes. So that's a lot of stuff that I really need to get rid of. So I'm hoping to do piles of just get rid of because I know it's probably too small or doesn't fit. Try on things that I want to try on and keep, and then piles of just, things that I know that I'm going to wear and I'm going to keep. Trying to be better about not having as much clutter around my house, things like that. Just hoping to kind of minimalize my life a little bit and some of the things that I have. And I feel like we probably all do this, but I do especially. I have things that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wear this, at some point in my life if I have like a fancy event, or I'll wear this to work or wherever. And then I haven't worn it in probably like a year or so. So I'm gonna try to do better about getting rid of those kind of things. And then possibly, it's kind of nice to make room if you want to get new things. I hope to not get too many new things just because I want to focus on having a little bit less and not having, as much to take with me, hopefully when I move within the next, I don't know, year or so. I'm not really sure when that will happen yet, but I think doing this now will help. And we just, accumulate so much stuff. Clothing for me is a big thing, clothing and shoes, things that I like hold on to for way too long. So if you want to keep on watching, please join me in doing this, and hopefully it will help motivate you to declutter, organize, spring clean, all of those great things. The weather is getting warmer. I'm super excited. This week is supposed to be a lot nicer here in Indiana where I am, so I'm so excited. Feeling all of the spring clean vibes. So let's just go ahead and get into the video. So I'm first going to try and take you through the things that, or the places that I need to clean out. So this top drawer is pretty much just junk. It doesn't have clothes in it, but if you can see, this one has like tank tops. I'm going to do that one. This one just has like bras and undergarments, you can say. And then please disregard the mess. We're focusing on getting things cleaned out and decluttered right now, and we'll do the rest of the room another time. So this is like my sock drawer. Then we have underwear drawer, pajamas, which I don't really have a whole lot of, and these are just like pants, more pants, just so much stuff. And then this is like hoodies and sweatshirts and things like that. So then we'll move on to, sorry, it's so much clutter, my closet. So I have this small bin. Like I said, I can't even shut them because they're so full of clothes. Look at all those. That 3-tiered shelf, and then I have, it's hard to see a little bit, but I'll try to back up. So then my closet goes all the way down there. And then I do have like it's really hard to see if I get down. I do have a shoe rack, and then some shoes here. And then also I do have another shoe rack on the back of my door, but I feel like shoes are not as much of a top priority, just because I don't really grow out of shoes. I've pretty much stayed the same shoe size for most of my adult life. So anyway, let's get right into this. Let's get going. I'm hoping this will only take me like a couple of hours. I'm really hoping that I don't have to do this in stages. I have a couple hours now, so I'm just gonna focus on getting it done. Looking at all of those socks makes me realize that I probably have way too many pairs of socks. But I feel like I got rid of a good amount. I kind of looked at the ones that were looking a little bit gross or dirty, and then also the ones that were starting to get holes in them. And next, this is my underwear drawer. Sure, a lot of people probably don't want to see that, but you know what? It's real life here. And I kind of just wanted to come on and talk about how much my body has changed since having a child and seeing if anyone else has kind of had the same experience, whether they've gotten larger or smaller. I have gotten on the larger end of things, and I know like age comes with, slower metabolisms and, just not having time to dedicate to working out like I used to be able to when I was in college. But I feel like so much has changed, and thinking about underwear specifically, like I used to wear like medium, possibly a small, and now I am definitely in a large or extra large. So why I'm looking at the tags and most of the pairs is because I'm trying to find, I know there's a couple pairs in there that were still a medium, and I'm like, I cannot wear these anymore, and I just need to get rid of them. And I did find a couple pairs, and I was like, why am I still hanging on to these? I think I just didn't get them in the last round, or I thought that they would still fit me even though they didn't. But I was just curious if anybody else feels like things have changed so much. And even as like the seasons change, I think I've kind of leveled out a little bit this year, but I feel like every year I'm either smaller or larger, and so I have to like get all new pants. It's really just pants, it's not really shirts, but I feel like that's really frustrating. So I was just kind of seeing if anyone else has had those types of issues. Also, my pajama drawer is very small, and I have mostly pants. So if anyone has any suggestions of where they get cute, like matching pajama sets for reasonably priced, I would definitely love some recommendations on that, because I feel like I just haven't found any place. I probably should look at TJ Maxx because they usually have pretty cute stuff. I did get one set on Amazon. I'm not sure if it's pajamas, but I do wear it as pajamas, and it's really comfortable. So if anybody has any other places that they like to go to get pajamas, if you want to, you could leave a comment down below. That would be super helpful. I mean, if not, I definitely understand that too. this was going to take me much, much longer than it did, but it actually took, I would say, probably around an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. I think probably, I didn't show this on camera, obviously, but it did take me more time to try on the things that I needed to try on that I wanted or was thinking about keeping. So I guess factoring that in, it was probably more like an hour and 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours. But I was so shocked at how this didn't take me like the entire evening, because I was a little bit worried it was going to. And I've kind of been slacking. As you guys can see, my room is kind of a mess. If you can look at my night table, oh my gosh. There's just so much stuff there. I don't know. I feel like I would love to do more things during the week, but I'm sure so many people can relate to this. After working a full day at work, like not at home, it's just really hard to want to do anything but sit around. A lot of the things my daughter and I like to do if we come home after school, like if we don't have any activities or we're not going over to anyone's house to hang out, is honestly, she will sit on her iPad and I will read or either like play on my phone for a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I still do or try my best to do a lot of things in the evenings, but after I put her to bed, it just feels so difficult. I will go down normally and do the dishes, but I'm hoping like this week when it's a little bit warmer, I think that's kind of affected me specifically too, is that it's so cold downstairs in my apartment and I don't want to go back down there because I'm too cold, to be honest. So it makes me not want to do things like clean the kitchen or do the dishes, but I really need to get into a better habit of keeping my kitchen cleaner. I usually will go down and finish up the dishes that maybe were left from dinner or like from lunches. And I do have to pack typically my lunch and then my daughter's lunch too. So I feel like that helps a lot that I have to do those things, but I'm going to try to be a little bit better about getting the things done in the evening so that I don't have to be overloaded on the weekends of having to stay home and get things done. I'm wondering if anyone else struggles with this too, if we have anybody that works full time and is a parent and has to obviously run their household. How do you do it? What works for you? What doesn't work for you? And I feel like doing a little bit each day is helpful, or maybe like choosing one task to do, but I don't know. I just find myself like wanting to do nothing after a long week, long days, and I think I need to find something to keep me more motivated. Maybe I need to get off my phone, but I love to read, and I am reading. My book is actually propped up on my, what am I thinking of? Bed frame thing. If you can see it up, it's on top of the gray headboard. That's the word I was thinking of. It's been a long day. Headboard. It is such a good book. I've been really into like crime, mysteries, and I've been flying through them, and I feel like it helps keep me engaged. And I have a goal to read, I think it's 35 books this year, and I am severely falling behind. I think I did like one in February, and I need to be doing like 2 or 3 at least each month. So I'm trying to catch up. So I am trying to zoom through that book as well. I would love to do like a book recommendation video, but I don't know if people would want to watch that, and that's not really what my channel is about, but I feel like that would be really cool to do something like that possibly in the future. I've recently gotten some pretty good recommendations off of Facebook, which is where I have found a lot of my like crime mystery. They must have, I don't know how they do metrics or whatever, but they probably found out that I like to read. I'm also on Goodreads, and so maybe that's how they found that out, but they are making recommendations and I'm actually not mad about it. I don't think I follow any pages, but they seem to pop up and I'm kind of loving it a little bit because I feel like sometimes you can get into like a book rut where you like just don't want to finish a book and then it gets harder and harder to read. And I feel like I've been at a pretty good pace. There was one book. It was I can't remember if the Wonderful Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Read that one and it was like not super entertaining throughout the middle. Once I got to closer to the end, it was a little bit better, but that one was kind of hard to get through and that kind of put me in a little bit of a slump and then I don't feel like reading and then it just makes it harder. But I am the type of person where if I start a book, I have to finish it. I think there have just been like a small number of books I've not finished all the way just because I don't like to do that unless they're like really, really boring. But yeah, once I start something, I really am somebody that likes to finish it, especially reading. So this container with drawers was actually not as dirty as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be super dusty. The inside of the containers were going to be really gross, but surprisingly they weren't that bad, even though it's been probably not quite a year. I think I did another like closet clean out over the summer and I'm so surprised that these weren't very dirty. And I didn't know how to clean out like the wooden ones because I didn't have any crumbs in there. So like I didn't have to vacuum out the drawers. And I didn't want to use wood cleaner because I didn't know if that would be a good idea on the inside of the drawers. So I just left them. I haven't cleaned them. I don't feel like they need to be cleaned or like wiped down. I don't think that would be very good for them. It might actually like ruin them. So I just left them. Like I said, they have stayed pretty clean, but I did wipe down that whole shelf and all the drawers. And that was a little bit dirty. I feel like sometimes I don't know if it's in the air or it's from like my heating and air, but sometimes things get like black on them. Does that happen to anybody else? Like my laundry baskets, I feel like would get like a black like residue on it. And it's kind of worrisome, but I don't really know what else to do about it. All right, guys, we are all finished. Here is my small dresser drawer with tank tops and bras. Here is a pile of clothing right here that I want to get rid of, those things. And then this is the pile of clothing I'm going to try some items on and see if they still fit. We've got our sock drawer somewhat organized. It's kind of a rough one. Our underwear drawer. And we've got PJs looking a little sparse for that one. That's okay. I didn't really go through the pajamas and this drawer. This is like pants and leggings just because I kind of went through that at the beginning of the season when it was getting cold to see what I could still wear. And then this is jeans, like work pants. And then I do have shorts, but I'm going to try all of those on because spring is approaching and I don't know if those are going to fit me anymore. And then here are just like hoodies and sweatshirts. And then we're going to come over. Please disregard this mess over here. I will get to it at some point. Here are like t-shirts. I actually have more space in this now that I've cleaned it out. This is like, whoops, sweaters and long sleeve shirts. And then down here is like bathing suits and tights and like camis and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much if you're still here watching. I appreciate you taking the time to come with me today as I decluttered my closet. Sorry, I'm trying to put my camera up a little bit as I decluttered my closet, my dresser drawers, all of my clothes. I'm actually pretty excited to try on some things and hopefully get rid of some stuff and then get rid of the big pile of clothing over here, which I kind of struggle with getting rid of things, but I know that it needs to be done. I know that there are a few, so I'm mostly in a size medium or large. I would say probably more on the large side. And I had a lot of stuff that was a small, maybe not a lot, but I did have a few items that I was like, I really can't wear these anymore. Like I know that that's not what I can wear anymore. And so I did get rid of a lot of that kind of stuff. That's just been, you know, missed or forgotten. So happy to get this done. I'm hoping it motivates someone else to clean out your closet, do some spring cleaning, you know, do all of the things that are really hard and we don't want to do. I did my daughter's last week. If you want to go check out that video, that was really great. And I felt super accomplished when I was done with that. And I feel super accomplished now, even if I just got like a small thing done. And if you have to do it in sections, like if you don't have time, I'm lucky enough that my daughter is gone sometimes every other weekend. So that's really nice to be able to have the time to do that. But also if that wasn't the case, I would try to do it like later in the evenings, even if it took me like 3 or 4 days to get it done. I'm still, you know, going to try to work on getting that accomplished because honestly, it needs to be done. I feel less stress, less anxiety when I have a clean home, when things are organized, and I feel so much better now. I just have to like finish the rest of the closet and, you know, finish cleaning up my room and things like that. I didn't really get rid of shoes because I feel like I just recently did that. I looked through my shoe rack and I pretty much wanted to keep everything. So, you know, it's okay too if you don't want to get rid of stuff, if you want to hold on to it a little bit longer. But, you know, it does kind of collect clutter and things like that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Haven't hit 50 subscribers yet, but I'm hoping you know, in the next few months, I'll be able to kind of hit that milestone and hopefully continue to grow and grow. So like I said, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.